club on a Friday night. How is everybody? Welcome in. Welcome in. We haven't talked about the David Celeste Rivas Hernandez in quite some time. So I thought we would go over all of the updates that are happening in that case. That poor girl. Okay. Hey, my little brother in the house. Hey, I sent you a message and I know. Hi Rob, thanks for being here, baby. Who's this hosting? It's Amy Boston. Hello, I'm your BFF, Mark. Oh, hey Jen, it's good to see you, Mama. I love when you're in chat. You're always so interactive. You know all the things, and I love when you're here. Thanks for being here, honey. I saw Jay Warren. Hi, Jay Warren. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Can we just, before I get started, I don't even know how many people are here waiting, but today have you ever had those moments in life where you kind of take a breath and you're like, I have amazing people in my life. You know, I have an amazing family. I have an amazing family. I have so many people that are in me and Kay's life that support and help. I needed some assistance today from somebody, and it's my sister's friend. Hey, Wayne. Yeah. It's hi, Wayne. It's always good to see you, honey. Jen, right. So people can get sucked into that badness of things are so bad and whatever. But there's people out there that make you believe in good people. You know what I mean? Mark knows how to be a friend. Mark knows how to be a friend. Wayne is always here. Jen, you are an A1 day one. I had to go to a meeting today at Caden School. And my sister's friend got diagnosed with breast cancer a month after me. And because, Caden's my first child, don't really know what I'm doing, right? And my sister, oh, thanks, Mark. Yeah, he's my world, right? And I want him to be successful and I want him to. So anywho, she just because we had that bond together of having cancer, the same type, she's helping me for free. She was I'm just going to donate my time. And she came with me and advocated for me and my son where we needed to be. And my sister was there. My sister is a second mom, and her husband, they're so involved in my son's life. And when I think about all the badness in the world, I sat in my car today and kind of got emotional, because as much as you want to think of all the badness, there's so much good if you just notice it. And I just had to say that because Mark is hi, Colleen. It's amazing to see you. Never just think everybody above ground. Yes, honey, absolutely. Absolutely. But it's hard sometimes you can get sucked into all the bullshit where you're just everything's bad, No. I had a meeting last night on Google Meet, and my brother-in-law, who's been in my life forever, right? Since I was preteen. I didn't grow up with a father, but he kind of took on that role. And after I had Caden, he took on a role for Caden as well. And I sat there last night thinking how lucky am I? There are people out there that don't have family like I do. And I think that's where my heart goes to, sharing all these stories. Yeah, right. Exactly, Jen. Exactly. Just because out of the goodness of their heart and we had a connection, she's I just want to help you. It was so cool. And I don't know. I had to go off on a tangent about that because, I was thinking I watch a lot of dark shit. I got into the Charlie Kirk fucking vortex of finding out all the things about Charlie Kirk. Please tell me you guys have been following that. I didn't know too much about Charlie Kirk prior to his assassination. But your girl has been down that rabbit hole. Okay. Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's the thing too. Absolutely. But that's what I mean. Like this woman who didn't even know me, right? She was a stranger to me, but she showed up, right? So it's like you make your family of what it is. I'm the youngest of a lot of kids, and I'm only very close to like one sister. Me and her are like two peas in a pod. We couldn't be more different. But we like raise our kids like siblings, and her husband's involved in me and my son's life. Like I do have that, but I also have like I don't really associate with like, yeah, I get it. You know what I mean? I totally get that. You make your own family, and there's people out there that don't even know you. That are just like willing to help. Do you know what I mean? And it makes you believe in good people. Like she's not my family member, right? But like she showed up for me and my kid, and I couldn't be more grateful. Like just, I don't know. I'm going to get over it. Anyway, yes, honey, Colleen, I have been all over this Charlie Kirk thing. What are your thoughts on it? So I've been watching like ultra conservatives, and I've been like watching like the anti-conservatives. First of all, can we just like agree that there is extremists on both sides? Okay. Um, there is a lot of nasty rhetoric going right. So okay. So, but like his like best friend was Candace Owens. How could he be racist, right? If you're racist, like you don't like black people, you don't like, and he was pro-Israel, right? Because everyone's pro-Israel. I don't talk about politics very often because I believe that like it's a really personal beliefs and stuff, and it can cause a lot of bullshit. In any case, I've been Wayne, he wasn't, if you watch some videos, so right. He wasn't racist. This is the thing too. Like you hear things about people, and I've been watching his videos. He actually like debated people. He was never like baiting people and like disrespecting them or anything like that. He was just like ultra conservative Christian evangelist, right? I think people were saying that he was going to Catholic. I'm a Catholic. Okay. Oh, hey, equals. It's good to see you, baby. I'm a Catholic, right? I grew up in the church, and I went to Catholic school, and I was an altar server, and I know Catholicism, right? And in our area up here in Massachusetts, there's a lot of Catholics. Okay. I went to school in the richest town in Massachusetts, where there were very diverse, right? Lots of people from, right. Exactly, Jen. Me too. I just don't go to like church. You know what I mean? My son was baptized. I made it through confirmation, everything. I just don't practice. I don't go to church every Sunday. Do I pray to the God that I grew up praying to? Yeah, I do. And if I was to go to church, I would go to the church, a Catholic church, right? And if I see a priest, I say, "Hi, Father," like, because that's like the respectable thing to do. What's Jay saying? It's easy to just discredit someone who's a right winger and calling them a racist. Same as just calling anyone right. Right. And people are calling like him like a fascist. I was raised in traditional Catholicism, but converted to Celtic paganism as a teen. That's so, oh, Jay, that is interesting as fuck. Same here, right? So like I identify as a Catholic because like in my heart, that's how I grew up, right? My mother is a convert. My father was like very, very religious, like very, very Catholic. Like we said rosary as a family, a whole thing, right? But I identify as a Catholic. And apparently a lot of like the right wingers aren't even Catholic. They're evangelists, where there's like preachers, and they're the people on the stage when you go to like an auditorium, and they're a preacher, right? I don't know too much about it. I went with my friend to something like that, and I felt very uncomfortable. Like we kneel, stand, everybody's quiet, you say, you sing, you do whatever, but when I went to the evangelist church, people like raising their hands and dropping to the floor. Like it was too much. I was overstimulated and it was way too much. Hey, Aggie. Right. Born agains, Jen, are like sometimes worse than people that were like born into these religions, right? Like, same. So I'm very open about the fact that like I'm a recovering addict, and I truly believe that religion is for people afraid, and spirituality is for people who've been through it, right? That's what I believe. Like if you are spiritual, it's because you've been through shit, right? If you are ultra religious and really haven't been through shit, you are in fear of someone like me. I've been through hell. Most of it at my own doing, but I've been through it, right? So, I am more spiritual, but I do pray to my Catholic God, right? And learning about Charlie Kirk, I had heard horrible things because, and then I started watching him. He wasn't bad. And like what he stood for, do I agree with everything he stood for? No, absolutely not. Am I independent leaning right? Yeah, I am. But I don't agree. But he wasn't a racist. He was a debater, and people hated him for that. And it was just like, I don't know how I feel about his wife. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on Erica Kirk? Kids. I have been watching Charlie Kirk stuff for over a week. Like I've watched like all Candace Owens conspiracy theories and stuff. Like I'm down for a conspiracy theory. Like look at Karen Reed. Everyone called us the tin hat wearers. Were we though? Were we? Michael Proctor's career says no, we weren't. Right. Yeah, Colleen knows. Oh, you are too? Yeah, I've been in recovery like my whole life. I've been an addict my whole life. I get like time together. I've relapsed for a couple of months, and then I get back on the train. And before I became a mother, I was very active in Alcoholics Anonymous. And I helped other women. And I think that like the principles of AA are essentially just like old Christian principles, right? And so you go through the 12 steps, and a lot of times people are addicts, not because of like the physical dependency, but it's to like escape how you feel, right? And someone like me, I don't know how to regulate my emotions. And a lot of times people will take something to numb all that stuff. And then the more you use, the more like shame you have, the more all this stuff. And then you turn to God. AA is Christian based, right? But I am more spiritual because I've been through hell. I've been there, right? And like these ultra Christians are afraid of that to get there. So they're like, anyway, I digress. But I am all over this Charlie Kirk thing. Cocaine. Yeah, Jay, I didn't want to fucking blink. Okay. I was all about like, I was up. Can you imagine me on fucking that? I'm like this sober. Okay. Can you imagine me on uppers? Oh God. I don't know how anyone dealt with me. Not recovering from me, but yeah, honey, it doesn't even matter. If you've been through hell, you've been through hell. Trauma, it comes in many, many, many forms, honey. That does, just because my trauma is my trauma, your trauma, however that looks, is valid, right? And you've been through it, and good for you. You're a fucking survivor, girl. Yeah. Cocaine used to, yeah. I love coke and the other stuff that you smoke. I loved it all. I was never really into opiates. Like I've done the opiates, wasn't my thing. It just wasn't. I was into like party rugs, right? Like I was like a partier. I wanted to take like 5 ecstasy and go to the club and then go to an after party and do some coke, right? Like that's what I was, a party girl. That's just like what I did. And it ruins my life. I allowed it to ruin my life. I needed to find God in order to like come back. Right. And AA did that for me. I still talk to my sponsor. My sponsor lives down the street. Like, it's a Christian principle based program. If you really do the program, that's what it is. Right. And so there's a lot of things that I do agree with Charlie Kirk, and there's a lot that I don't agree with. So, I watch these things with an open mind, because even though we disagree on topics like women's bodies and autonomy, and but generally, like, they're not trying to hurt anyone. No one's really trying to hurt anyone. And Candace Owens seems to think that it is a conspiracy with the Israelis, which is so, honey, if you guys haven't watched Candace Owens oh shit, go Jen, good for you. That's amazing. High five, chicka. That's amazing. I started doing drugs when I was like 14 or 15. And I ruined my life by the time I was like 22. And I got sober. And then I just got like addicted to schooling. And I was constantly busy. And I stayed sober until I was like 31. I relapsed for a few months and then got back on the train. And then since having breast cancer and all the stress and stuff, I did drink over the summer. I'm still 9 years off of drugs, but I did drink. So I restarted my date just as like a personal choice, and like admitting it to myself, because I'm only lying to me and you're only as sick as your secrets. So I went and got, Jay, like, I needed to walk away. Yeah. I mean, it's people, places, and things. Like, when I started drinking, I was drinking with someone who drank all the time, right? They always say at AA, they're like, you hang around the barber shop, you're going to drink. And it was like, I was having a really hard year. And I think I was looking to not feel what I was feeling, like subconsciously. It wasn't a conscious thought, right? But I did it, right? And I felt bad about it. I felt shame about the whole thing. I have not drank in a couple of months, and I feel really great about it. Yeah, Jen, I vape. I know that I had cancer, but like, I vape. Everyone has a vice, right? Sometimes it's sex, sometimes it's vaping, cigarettes, men, women, like, everyone has like a thing, right? Everybody, addicts will addict, okay? And like, if you're not addicted to drugs and stuff anymore, and you are not spiritually well, you get addicted to anything, porn, all the things. It happens. I've seen it in the program. My parents had drinking issues, so right. Yeah, same. My dad was an alcoholic, and I was like, I'm not going to be like him. But like, when I drink alcoholically. Like, I don't consider myself like an alcoholic, but when I drink alcoholically. Like, as soon as I take a drink, there's no stopping. Like, I have no breaks. And then I like black out, right? So like, I don't want to do that. And so, yeah, I admitted that I drank over the summer. All my friends do, because I was, and I restarted my drinking date. I hadn't drank in 15 years. Imagine that. I had not, alcohol had not touched my lips in 15 years before this summer, or before this year. We'll say this year. Yeah, honey. Jen, same. Like, I drink with fucking intention. Like, I'm not like nursing a drink. I'm like a Jack Daniels shot type of girl. Like, I'm taking it, and I want 4, and then I want tequila, and I'm taking your husband home. Like, like, I shouldn't drink. I drink alcoholically, and so it is what it is. Too, like, dates and stuff. It's just all sobriety. It's like, if you fall off the wagon, all you gotta do is just get back on. You don't lose the time that you had. You just restart, right? And you just jump back on and start doing the right thing and whatever, right? So yeah, that's whoa, Wayne, seriously? God, I wasn't that young, but like 13. Yeah, Jen, I'm a shot girl. I like Jameson. My son's middle name is Jameson. My friend Kenny named him, but yeah, I'm a shot girl. 9's young. I was like 13 or 14, but like, I was ripping butts at like really young, because we could go down the bodega and buy cigarettes really early. like wicked young. We put him in like a caboodle, and we like stuck it in the woods so that like our parents wouldn't know, but like we're reeking. My mother smoked back in the day, and so like she wouldn't smell it, and like my siblings did too. But I was ripping butts really early. Like I don't know, like I know that a lot of people, like I grew up in the city, right? And so, and I'm the youngest of a lot of kids. My parents worked, like I was a latchkey kid, right? And everybody else was too. You know what I mean? Massachusetts, hey, people, do you know that like someone, listen, I heard someone call me fucking white trash on YouTube because of like how I talk, right? First of all, you can fuck off. And secondly, like I think where you grow up has a lot to do with the path that you take. The people around you, like all the kids I hung out with, all did the same shit. Like it wasn't just me. I wasn't. Yeah. Side note, did you see that Proctor might have? Yes, he is implicated in 19 cases. Sergeant Good, fucking see you later. Bye, bitch. That's how I feel. Yeah. So anyway, I'm 21 minutes in and all. Oh, you're the middle. Are you really? I am the youngest of 6. Yeah, I'm the youngest of 6. I was an accident. My parents were like wicked old. My mother's like, "What's going on?" And she found out she was pregnant with me, and she was like 6 months pregnant. Here I am. Yeah, my son is like an only child. I don't have any other children but him, and I came from such a large family, and him not having siblings, I'm like, how is that going to work? I don't know what that feels like. I'm the youngest of 6. Are you Irish Catholic, Colleen? Yeah. So in any case, so who remembers? What does it say? You're the baby of 4? No shit. Yeah, my mother still treats me like a baby. Do you know that look at Nana just made apple cake while I was gone. Isn't that delicious? And she brought me apple cake because I'm still her baby, right? Mark, you know when your mother comes over and makes spaghetti all over that shit. You're like, yes, please. I love it. All right, so let's get back. We kind of sidetracked. That was fun. Who you guys know this case? Hold on. What does equal parts say? When I was a kid, I wouldn't drink with other kids because their parents were more important than mine. If anything happened, I was going, yeah, wicked naughty. Okay. So they told me that I had oppositional defiance disorder when I was little because I was mouthy, right? Like, I don't give a fuck who you are. Parents, I tell you where to go and how to get there without skipping a beat, right? And they're like, you have oppositional defiance disorder. Like, no, I'm just a girl and like I have opinions and you can fucking get out of my face. That's how I was. Yeah. Cigarettes were so cheap. Like so cheap. I remember my mother was smoking Parliaments, 100s, and they were like $2.25 or something. My mom's the oldest of 9 and a little saint. She stays with us every Thursday, leaves Friday when I get in. My dad comes too. Oh, I love that. You have good parents, man. My father, Irish Catholic, you don't use contraceptive. My father is one of 14. I have 7 aunts and 6 uncles on his side. My mother is one of 9. I have 19 aunts and uncles, and I am the youngest first cousin of 64 first cousins. And then we all have kids, and I'm very young compared to a lot of them. Like I have like second or third cousins that are my age, type of thing. My father was very much older when they had me, and my mom was in her 40s. And they thought they were done having kids. Here I am, kids. But yeah, I have 19 aunts and uncles. Irish Catholic kids. Irish Catholic, just keep having kids. That's what God wants you to do. Just keep having them. Yeah. Yeah. My dad is, I think he was like second oldest. So, second or third oldest. And there's 14 of them. My grandmother was having children at the same time, like her oldest kids were having children. So like my oldest aunt, her kids are like the same age as the youngest of his. I don't know. It's really That's a lot. And anywho, okay, let's get to David. Actually, you guys, hold tight. I gotta go. Kung Fu Panda's calling me. Hold tight. Yo, Colleen, absolutely not. Dude, one kid is expensive. What the fuck? That didn't come in the manual. That didn't come in the I'm becoming a mom manual. No, it did not. Shit's expensive. 14 kids. Can you, but you know what, too? It's like, I feel like they had all these kids, and then the older kids, you're like, kind of like the Duggars. Remember the Duggars? 19 kids and counting. It's like the older ones take care of the younger ones, you know? It doesn't make it right, but no, you cannot. Impossible. Like, Mark, you have two. Can you imagine having 14 of them? 14! What the fuck? Okay, so let's go on to the topic for today. That was great. I love you guys. This is why you guys are my people. David, D4VD. David had a Tesla in the Hollywood Hills. His 14-year-old girlfriend at the time of her death was found in his trunk decomposing. There has been no suspects, no person of interest, no nothing. Okay, nothing. It'll be 2 months tomorrow. 2 months tomorrow. She was so decomposed that like they can't tell if there was like a knife or a gun or whatever. She was like in pieces because it was in a hot Tesla in the Hollywood Hills in the summer. She's been missing for a long time. I am going to play a clip. Well, we're going to do Ashley Banfield's. And yeah, fucking right it is. Equal pots. Yeah, it is disgusting, Jen. He was 20 and his girlfriend was dead, 14-year-old in his trunk. I've talked about Steve Fisher Investigates. He is a man that goes around and finds missing people. I got my coffee, kids. He goes around and finds missing people. The landlord of the mansion that David's manager, Josh Marshall, rented out for him in the Hollywood Hills, the owner of the house hired Steve Fisher to investigate what happened to Celeste. And so he has just been pouring out information. I haven't done any clips on this or any shows on this because I wanted like more information to come out. Yeah. Can you imagine? I mean, I don't get fucking child support either. He can keep his fucking $13 a month, but you know what I'm saying? No, Jen, he has not been, he's not even a person of interest yet. This little girl was found in his front trunk of his Tesla, decomposing. They left it on the street. They moved it around. Steve Fisher, the investigator, the private investigator, he knows who dropped that car there. And they're trying to say that it was like an OD and they panicked. I have so many fucking questions. So many questions, Jen. Oh, for the love of God. All right. So I am going to put this on and we'll talk about it. We will fucking... Oh, bye, Mark. See you later, little brother. All right, bye.
Feel that this is drop. Serious.
Hold on. Hold on, kids. Hold on. I don't know what the hell is happening. Hey, Calypso, my Cali girl.
David, real name David Anthony Burke, the soft-spoken chart-topping singer whose abandoned Tesla contained the rotting remains of his underage girlfriend.
14-year-olds.
Neighbors had complained about the car for days, mostly because of the smell, a brutal smell. At first, they thought it might be a dead animal, but when the police pound lot, and days later, workers there couldn't ignore it any longer, and they too called police.
Can you guys
This
confirm
time,
that you can hear me? I can't tell on my avatar if you guys can hear me. I have so many questions. Like, if a little girl was found in anybody's trunk, like, you should be held responsible. And if she died, why are you putting her in the trunk? Why has she been gone? And the last time she was seen was January of 2025, I believe, January 2nd. So I don't give a flying fuck if he didn't necessarily like murk her in a vicious way, but he had the responsibility as a human to call for help. Okay. You're still a fucking piece of shit, David. That's what I say. Or you know what too? I don't believe, like, if she was found in his car, I don't believe that he didn't know she was there. SF Investigates know exactly who dropped off that car where it was towed and impounded, and then the workers could no longer stand the smell coming out of it.
when the investigators popped the trunk, they realized what they were smelling wasn't an animal at all. Inside the Tesla was the decomposing body of the pop star's underage girlfriend. Very underage. For a long time. She died at 14. I think it's fair to say. She hooked up with David, spelled with the number 4, years before even that, possibly when she was only 12. Ugh.
Can anybody listen? I'm coming back up. I'm coming back up, kids. Can you? She was 12. He was like 17 or 18. Like, I've dated older guys. You guys probably have dated older and younger. After a certain age, the age doesn't really matter. Like, if someone's 40 and they're dating like a 68-year-old, I still side eye it. Like, come on, right? But this little girl is 12 years old. Like, think of a 12-year-old. 12. Fucking 12. Her family knew. Her family knew. Her family knew, and her cousin hung out with them. They knew who she was the whole time. And that's why they called TMZ. For clout, in my opinion.
David has never been charged, and he has never been named a suspect in any crime, right? Likely because investigators can't tell how or even when Celeste actually died. The autopsy was inconclusive, but the all-important toxicology report has yet to be released, presumably because it hasn't yet been finished. But there is reason to believe that it could be finished at any moment, and that report could answer a trunkload of questions. In the meantime, we've got a Build-A-Bear clue. Yeah,
Listen to
you
this.
heard me right. I said
SF Investigates has realized that the cousin, Esmeralda, was with David and Celeste at like an amusement park, like a Six Flags. I don't know what they were in, but there was social media. He put 2 and 2 together. They were all together. The cousin left her certificate from Build-A-Bear. Her name is Esmeralda. She knew where the fuck she was. She's the one that started the GoFundMe to put her to rest. What about when she was alive? I don't blame Esmeralda, only because she was a minor. She's like 17, 18 years old. She's still a fucking kid. I don't blame her. But if Esmeralda knew, everybody knew. Shame on your parents. Do better. I fucking said what I said, and I stand on that.
inside David's Hollywood Hills mansion and stay because well, and thank you to my sponsor Morgan and Morgan, because honestly, they really make this QR code our clue. A Build-A-Bear certificate turned up inside David's place where he until a week on PD, like the Build-A-Bear certificate. What's important is what's at the bottom. Take a look closely. You can see the name Esmeralda. Celeste, the dead girl, had a cousin named Esmeralda. There was also a cousin named Esmeralda who launched a GoFundMe for the family after Celeste's death.
Agree that there aren't many like Esmeraldas in the world, right? And all of a sudden there's pictures of Celeste at her high school graduation. She's very smart, by the way, this Esmeralda. She ended up going to Yale. So good for you, Esmeralda. I don't blame you. You're a child. The adults in the life should have done better. All right. Maybe her family was being blackmailed. Listen, I still think, hold on, I'm coming up, Wayne. I still think that David was paying the family. I just have a feeling, okay? I just have a feeling that they were getting kickbacks to not fucking say anything. I truly believe that. I do. Prove me wrong. There's no way. There's no way. Do you know listen, I was a wild child. If my mother knew where I was, sometimes I just back in the day, we didn't have social media either. Everything I did was on camera and on social media, right? So we lucked out. Now everything is fucking social media. If Esmeralda knew, maybe her parents knew. The other parents knew. Her parents told the neighbors to stop looking for her because she's not lost. Am I the only one that finds something wrong with that? Listen, kids. If my son ever pulled this shit, I would pull him by the hair. Hi, Candy. It's good to see you, baby. It's good to see you, beautiful. Yeah, Jen, yes. 100%. 100%. They all knew. And you guys remember back in the day, a couple months ago, I was screaming why are you calling TMZ? You didn't call the police. And that was back when we thought that they were illegal, right? And I was like, okay, fine. I get it. You don't want to get deported. Okay, fine. Then there was a rumor the father was deported. Didn't happen. He was living at the house. They are American. They've been American since 2002. They're not legal. They just didn't know what to do with her and gave up. One thing I do know about being a parent is you don't give up on your kids, ever. Not ever. Listen, I have been through it. I have put Nana through a lot. Never once did she give up on me. Never. Nope, never. Listen, she's been disappointed. She has not talked to me. But she's my biggest support. Always. Even if she was mad at me, she'd still show up. You know what I mean? I just parenting, do better, parents. Please do better for your children. Please do better. I'm fucking judging. I'm so judging these people.
The Bear certificate is dated April 21st, 2024. And that matters why? Because it's 16 days after Celeste's family reported her missing for the final time. We know that she ran away from home, at least twice in the months before that. But also on April 21st, David was spotted on TikTok riding a roller coaster at the very same Six Flags park where his girlfriend's cousin.
I don't know how many of you guys are following this, but like, why does he wear random stickers on his face? Like, is he trying to be edgy? You know, did your parents ever tell you who to love? What do you mean? Did your parents ever tell you who to love? What do you mean, like guys? My mother has never liked a guy I've ever, like, never has like, listen, girlfriend, girl, my taste in men, like, she'd be like, Amy, come on, you're better than that. Oh, we have Patrick. Hi. Yeah, wait, thank you, Patrick. My dude, this is so deep. Listen, I hope everybody gets fucking around. I hope all these motherfuckers get them all. Colleen, if we don't judge to a degree, then that means we accept how. Yeah, I agree. Colleen, right here, girl. Right here. I agree. Like, do better. Like, this is like a PSA for parents of what not fucking to do. Don't do this. Save your children. She was a baby, 12 years old, going out with a fucking 18 over my dead body. If that was my niece is beautiful. Gorgeous. All right. She's Italian, beautiful skin, crystal blue eyes. She's just like, she's gorgeous. Okay. And I'm very protective over her. She's like my little sister. All right. And if she tells me everything. If she ever came to me and was like, this 18-year-old guy wants to hang out with me, I would be in jail. Fuck, clink, clink. I'd smile in my mugshot. Anybody else? Because fucking same over my dead body. No. And I pick all the bad boys, like the edgy ones, because like I can't. I work with nerds and they're just not my speed. Like I need someone who can like take some verbal, you know. I'm not that easy to deal with either, Patrick. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Aggie, it's good to see you. My daughters both loved people I wouldn't want, but I had forbidden doubt and listen. Celeste's parents may have chosen not. Yeah. But isn't that like giving up on your child? Like that, like the thing is too, is not like she was like 16, 17, turning 18. She was a fucking child. She was in 4th grade. Isn't that 4th or 5th grade? The school didn't do anything? Bro, if he doesn't go to school, like he skipped one day because the bus came too early. It was a whole thing. I freaked out in the fucking school. Freaked out. I was like, this is unacceptable. One time. If he doesn't show up at school, and like an APB goes out. Okay. Hi, Paula. It's good to see you, baby. Yeah, I'm not violent. I'll make you cry with like my words, Patrick. Oh my God. But like, you know what I'm saying? I just like, and you know what too? Okay, listen. This is why, like, I'm not a person that's going to go try to like talk to the family or anything. I don't want to get involved like that. No one should contact these people. No one should do any of that. Let the police deal with it. And I hope they deal with it and people get fucking neglect charges and all those things. Like make an example out of these people. My mother would have never allowed this. Nana, like, I'm fucking 40, and she's still like this. She's like, Amy, he's a fucking loser. Oh my God. All right, let's keep going.
Built a bear. And we know she built the bear there at that Six Flags. And it's the date. So it's likely that David and Celeste and cousin Esmeralda were all at that Six Flags resort on that same day.
It was
because when you're a missing person, usually your family doesn't know where you are.
Boom.
And yet Esmeralda, Celeste's cousin, knew where she was.
The whole time.
On April 21st, 2024. She was also spotted at Esmeralda's graduation graduation in May of 2024. So missing. And we've shown you the
What the fuck?
family. She's home at her.
Ugh. Yeah, she's yelling at the gang members next to her house on video. They released this video because they were like, she's not gone. The parents know where she is. She was visiting. Do you guys remember this? She was visiting her parents this day, the day after her birthday. They said to the neighbors, oh, she's visiting. She lives in Los Angeles. They admitted to their neighbors she was not missing. She does not live with them, and she lives in Los Angeles. Make that make sense. And I want to know if they ever found his other apartment. Because do you guys remember when they said that he lived at like a different apartment the whole time? And like then there was like the mansion, but he had an apartment like downtown Los Angeles, and they were doing like Discord lives and everything. Make that make sense. Can someone make sense of that? How can you be okay with your child living with a grown-ass man, doing grown-ass things over my body, over it? I would never. I would hem him up. Yo, if Kate never came home, was like, hey, this is my friend, and she looked like she was fucking a baby, I'd be like, get out of my face. I'd be mad. I would say something. My sister introduced her, man. I had an instant intuition he would try to kill her. Guy kidnapped her, took her to Canada, lost her job for. Oh my God. So is she still with him? I can't. My wife is 6 years older than me. Even at 16, 17, she'd say, hell no. Yeah. I mean, that's a large difference of people. If you're 12 and you're hanging out with someone 18, you don't even have the same mindset. You have no life experience at 12. And then you're thrusting yourself. Oh, no shit. Equal. I mean, fucking good riddance. You're making it like you're thrusting her into an adult life. She don't know how to handle life. If she was doing drugs and she OD'd, whose fault is that? Who gave her the fucking drugs? She's a baby. She was stuffed in a trunk at 14. Like she didn't matter. Yeah, I don't think listen, you have to be some kind of fucking special kind of fucked up, right? For that, I don't even know. Like most people wouldn't even think like an 18-year-old. I can never say I remember being 18 and I would date older guys, right? Older. If I've never looked at a child and been like, damn, never, not one time, not once. Have I ever looked at a child and been like, I want to hang out with them? That's fucking weirdo. That's weirdo behavior. And even if she OD'd and they panicked and they put her in the trunk trying to figure out what to do with her, that's a charge. Okay? That is a charge. If you were asleep, if there is text messages anywhere saying that they were sleeping together, that is statutory rape. You cannot consent. This is the trauma that girls go through when they're children that make them fucked up adults. Right? He's a fucking predator. Some cultures, that's norm. Not saying, right, but in America, if you go to India, it's custom to have sex with little boys. It's just normal. That's what they do for fun. I've seen documentaries. I don't want to get into it. It's fucking sickening. But in this country, it's fucking illegal. And I believe that children should remain children for as long as they possibly can. That's my opinion. And if you're a parent and you give up on your child and watch her ruin her life, you deserve jail time, in my opinion. Stop having children if you can't fucking take care of them. Stop having children if you cannot take care of them. Aggie baby, my beautiful, beautiful friend, Amy. I'm 63 now. It was hard to handle when I was young. I live in an apartment building now. My friend, she made other friends here. We act like, yeah, right? Aggie, I love that. I love that. I love it. Yeah, Jen, sick ass motherfuckers. Sick. Patrick, emotionally, if I met someone older when I was a teenager, I probably would have. Yeah, no, it does do damage. It does do. Okay. When I was like 16 or 17, I started talking to this guy, and he told me he was like 21. I'm young. He's hot. Come to find out, he's much older. Okay. And as a 41-year-old woman now, looking back, what the fuck did he want with a child, like with a young girl? Right? When you're older, almost to 30, and you mess with 16, 17-year-old girls, you're preying on them. You're preying. And it's damaging. And I just like don't agree with any of that. My mother, like, she found out about like this guy, it fucking ended. She was like, nope, lock that up. Nope. You know what I mean? And because I would tell her, I'm like, oh, he's a lot older than I thought. But like now as like an adult, like what the fuck does a 28-year-old want with a 16, 17-year-old girl? You're a predator. You're a fucking predator. All right, guys, let's keep going. Enough about me. It's probably why I feel so passionate about these cases too. It's because like, you know, you live and you learn. And like I can see David for what he is. He's a fucking predator. He hangs out with 12-year-olds because that's a mentality he has. And he knows he can't get like and have a normal conversation with a girl his age. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
She's not, but they didn't tell the police that. They kept a missing person. And now comes a picture from almost before that, October 2020. And Esmeralda in Las Vegas, the same day that David was performing there. Celeste would have been just 13 years old at the time. This was uncovered by Steve Fisher. He's a investigator hired by David's former landlord of that mansion.
I'm going to stop this for a second. I followed the Summer Wells case for so long, okay? But like they are such clout chasing motherfuckers. I don't know what happened to that little girl. I don't know if they were involved, but watching all the drama unfold on the YouTubes, just like Sebastian Rogers, it's why I don't talk to families. I don't go looking for people who knew them or anything. I talk about cases. I don't get involved. I don't trust Don Wells to save my life. One time I got a friend request on social media from him. And I was like, yeah, fucking swerve. Okay. And him and his wife, Candace, are fucking degenerates. I said what I said. I don't know what happened to Summer, but it's been a really long time. I don't know what happened. But it's those type of people that come on the YouTube and they make it about them. Okay. And then they become the sideshow, the fucking freak show. Right. And people exploit them and they try to do like the noble thing and like, oh, I'm going to go help search for it. No, you're fucking infiltrating families. You think they're involved? Yeah. I've always thought so too. But everyone says no. I don't know. I don't know what happened to her. Tennessee has all types of fucking trafficking. Not only is it sick, but also because the girls are insecure and what? Yes, honey, louder for the fucking degenerates in the back. Yeah, honey, I'm kind of with you. I think that Candace was involved 100%, but that's my opinion. I have to laugh myself. When I was young, 14, I had a job. Totally gorgeous musician used to come and get coffee and breakfast. I had such a crush. No idea how bad it was. Yeah, right? Like I remember being young and like I have much older brothers and like all of their friends would come over and I had crushes on a couple of them, right? I thought they were cute, but right? Like there has to be no, like these people have no boundaries, none. And I can't ever say I've looked at a young person and been attracted to them. Not one time. Not, especially, I was 28, 29. Why the fuck would I want to fuck with a 16-year-old? Like, what? It's just, it's sick. It's sick behavior. And as far as I know, people age out. And just because they're getting older, it doesn't mean what they like is getting older. They just get older and still prey on young kids. So, yeah, 100% Aggie. 100%. I totally agree with that. And Don's a fucking sicko too. You kidding me? He has like all types of fucking charges on him and shit, and like he comes across as a fucking creeper. So my brothers too, I always had a crush on their friends. Yeah, exactly. Like they would come over and like they, my brother's 15 years older, so all of his friends were like cops and everything, and I always thought they were so cute, but it's not in like, it was like an innocent way, it's not like I wanted to go run away with them, fuck out of here. Oh, Jay Warren, there you are, honey. I suspect the case with Maddie's yes, honey. Hold on, I'm coming back up. Madeline Soto's mother deserves to be under the fucking jail. Put her under. Death penalty. That is the perfect, Jay Warren, that is the perfect example of a bad fucking parent. She knew that her little girl was sleeping with her creepo boyfriend over my motherfucking dead body. No one meets my son. Nobody. Nope. You don't come here. No. Nope. Fuck out of my face. Yep, Jay. Say it louder for the degenerates in the back. That bitch, she was yes, honey. Yes. Yeah. Dawn preferred Summer over Candace. I mean, wouldn't you? She looks like a fucking ogre. Are you kidding me? How, like, I look at some of these women and I'm like, how am I single? I mean, by choice, right? Because like, I'm like single, right? I'm single, but like these people just like keep fucking procreating with their disgusting others. Bad parents. I judge them. They were awful parents. Soto, the Wells, bad parenting. Bad parenting. Mm-hmm. In the movie Dazed and Confused, the older guy said, I love these high school. I get older. Yeah. Honey, that's what I was just, yes, Patrick. Yeah. Just because this guy's getting older. Listen, I still talk to the guy I was talking about. Like, I still know him. And he's a lot older. I'm a lot older. I aged out. But he's still messing with me. I just, it's a fucking unrecoverable disease is what I believe that to be. It's probably, that doesn't go away. Jen saw that one.
Mom, follow me.
No, I'm online. Kung Fu Panda, he says hello. But yeah, it's all disgusting. It's all disgusting. I will never stand. How many times? Look at the. Oh, but you guys remember the two little boys from California? The two, they're black. They were twins, and they went missing. I think they were twins. They were so fucking cute. This couple adopted them. They got abused, killed. Still haven't been found. Still have not been found. But the parents took them for money for stating like the fucking degenerates they are.
Mom, look it.
Who wants to know once and for all what the hell went on in his rental house when David and anybody else were in there. Here's our conversation. Steve, let's talk toxicology report. First, I gave a little hint there. You have the answer, though. Why is it that we think the toxicology report on Celeste might actually be coming sooner rather than later?
Well, I've been tracking the cases around that's around the same time as hers and for the weeks before, and those that were in deferred status have been changing over to having cause and manner.
This is SF Investigates.
There are a few cases that still haven't, but there are several cases actually on the same day, on the 8th, September 8th, as hers, that toxicology has come back because they now list some of the other people's deaths as effects of fentanyl or whatever.
Essentially, they're trying to say that she OD'd and whoever panicked and kept her somewhere. And then when they were going on tour, they put her in the car and left her. Like unknowingly, they thought that maybe they had more time or whatever. And they panicked. But like, that's not a fucking excuse. Who was a 43-year-old lady who just had a baby from before? That was a teacher. That was a fucking teacher. They're fucking degenerates too. Schools need to do better core reports. Like maybe they just never got caught, right? Classic. Yeah. Honey, absolutely, Aggie. 100.
So I believe her initial talks may be back, and they're still working through, the manner because of
Sorry, guys.
state of decomp that they have to send, this out for additional testing or different type of testing to get, a result.
Just wonder if they're going to tell us about it, even if it does come in today, yesterday, or tomorrow. That's the other issue. I'm so short on time and I got a million questions. Let's talk Build-A-Bear. That certificate that says,
Hi, Tracy V. It's good to see you, beautiful.
as Esmeralda. We don't know if it's Celeste's cousin Esmeralda or if it's the cousin that did the GoFundMe, but the date is pretty fascinating. And the fact that it's found inside his home. This is April in 2024. This Sullivan has been 15 or 16.
I'm spiraling.
Celeste, inside David's home, doesn't it?
Well, it's inside the home, and it also, there was people aware of where Celeste was, and they're obviously in contact. They planned this.
Can I ask you guys a question? Can I ask you guys a question? So what we know of all of this, right? Yeah, I know it's really weird. Like sometimes like I get my own, like a notification for like my own lives. It's really weird. You have to put the bell on, but like it doesn't always work. Like it's very weird. YouTube is very weird. Google do better. Who thinks that even if, okay, I don't believe that it was an overdose, but who am I? As something happened. And not for nothing, Steve Fisher went through that house, the mansion, and said that there was sadistic things bought that could have been used to dispose of a body that didn't belong in the house. So what, like an incinerator? Is it a meat grinder? What was it? He said it was sadistic. He said that there was pill bottles found, that there was multiple people living in this mansion, that all this stuff. And she has not been seen since January 2nd. A pitchfork, yeah. Yeah, the bell doesn't work, babe. It's fucked up. I wonder if David has supposedly people are saying that's why he hasn't been arrested, because he has a solid alibi. But homeboy, our friend Steve Fisher over here, he says that he had to have known. Right? Like, did he know that she died and someone else like took care of it? Come on, pitchfork. Yeah. It works for me in the channel. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Google's so weird. Like sometimes there's creators that I have bells on for, and like some of them that I don't even watch, I get alerts, and then the ones like I want to see, I'm like, shit. Hey Tracy. All right, let's keep going. Who thinks that even if she OD'd, that David, his friends who helped, if that was the case, the parents who didn't fucking parent, everybody who knew she had some type of charge, make a statement that if you were going to bring children into this world, you need to give up your selfish fucking life for your child. Period. I don't give a shit how much work it is Dude, I spent the first 6 months of being a mother crying, okay? Because I was hormonal. It was 2020. Nobody was outside. It was a whole thing. I spent 6 months crying, but I did it. You just do. You just do as a parent. These parents decide just to fuck it. They assisted all of this by neglect, by not doing anything. You did nothing. You did nothing. I have fucking questions.
And I don't believe this is just a coincidence. I believe that this is that Esmeralda.
That's true,
and David was there. We know at 6 o'clock that day. Celeste was missing, and then shortly after, she shows up at graduation. And I think there's some people pushing back, saying, well, the point is that I don't think Celeste was the only there for that graduation. I think there was adult family members there as well, and they should have notified that going on.
Right, but this is the thing. Like, I'm just gonna say it. Like, Jen, I completely agree that people can't make promises of being a good parent. But in my in my beliefs, okay, about being a parent, this is my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. I am all for someone trying to change my view. But in my mind, like, I had a child at 35 because I knew in my 20s I could not be a proper parent. I couldn't. Like, I was wild, right? Like, I was in college. I did all the things, right? And I knew that I couldn't be a good parent back then. And I had my child at 34, almost 35. And I give up for him. Because in my mind, in my heart, he's number one. And like, I'll wear the same sneakers for 5 years, but he has new sneakers whenever he needs them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you give up a part of you to be a parent, in my opinion. And so when you're sitting there and you're doing nothing, like, I know that there are situations that happen where, she was probably wild. Maybe they did whatever they could, but in my heart, I just feel that she was given up on, and no one, like, they were probably like, yeah, it's an instinct. Exactly, Jem Mama. Exactly. As soon as I got pregnant, I became his mother. Like, I knew I was having a boy. Boom, had a boy. I knew what I was naming him. Boom, it was K, right? Like, and he would move in my stomach. And I was like, there's nothing greater than being a parent and raising your children, seeing them become good adults, right? But you have to set an example of like what a good adult is. And so if you're not showing a child like how to be a successful adult, then what are you doing? Right? You're allowing your 13-year-old you're allowing your 13-year-old daughter to go shack up with some celebrity. He's a fucking YouTuber. Okay. That's where they found him. He's a YouTuber and he has money. I still believe that he was given the family money. I'm staking with that. He was given the money. Prove me wrong. Yeah. Selfish people will never be able to, right. Jen, absolutely. But, and again, too, like, I knew that I couldn't have children in my 20s because I was selfish. I wouldn't have been a proper parent. And so when I got pregnant at 35, which was a miracle within itself, I as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I found out I was pregnant on my 34th birthday. It was like the greatest birthday ever. I was, my kid, Caden's dad knew I was pregnant before I did. He was like, "Are you pregnant?" And I just knew as soon as, you know, and he became a priority. This is why we live the way we live. I made choices to benefit my son. As much as I loved his dad, it wouldn't have worked out, right? Like, it's just, it's a lot. And I don't respect, I was going to say, I do not respect parents who act like this. Do better. As soon as you become a parent, making 100% even a payoff in the long run. I did the same, single mom, 2 kids, but yeah, honey, like I don't introduce him to guys I'm seeing. At once I did, and that was enough. And you know, I go and have my Amy time, and then I'm a mom 98, 99, 100% of the time, right? Like, you give up your cushy selfishness and you becomes about your child. It just does. Like, I talk about my kid a lot because, like, he's my world. Everything in my life revolves around him. So I talk about being a mom. I love being a mom. I love being his mother, right? And I do everything I can to make sure that I am setting him up to be a successful adult. And if he was fucking 12 years old and he was like, hey, mom, I'm going downtown Boston to meet fucking Alicia. She's 18. I'd be like, the fuck you are. I'd take his keys. You ain't going, you are not going anywhere, sir. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Patrick was a single dad, like, by himself with his child. Honey, there are not enough men like you. There are not enough men like you. Guys in this day and age, the fucking dating pool has shit in it. Okay, it just does. I'm single by choice because fuck that, right? I really do. Until I find someone that, like, woos me, no fucking thank you. Because at the same time, like, Patrick, you know, whatever person you pick, it affects them. Like, I'm pointing because he's in that room. Like, it would affect him. What does this say? I heard the family filed a missing person report. Could DCF? Yeah, I believe that too. They had DCF all over their home. Multiple reports. There was 17 911 calls because of their fighting. What type of environment were they living in? What type of environment was she living in that she felt like she had to fucking run away with some old man? And I'm going to call him that because to a 12-year-old, that's a grown old man that knew better. Tell me I'm wrong. He knew better. Oh, Tracy, you guys are so cute. I like want your life. Like that's the love that I want. I love watching your life. You two have such a good life together. Like, perfect, right? I like you guys have that's the goal. But the dating pool has shit in it, Tracy. It just does. Children with the tools to succeed in life. One of them came and functioned outside the home because of crippling anxiety. So that makes me feel no, honey. That's something you can't control. That's something that's built into their DNA. I have a very anxious son. He's very cautious and very anxious all the time. Super extroverted. He'll make friends anywhere. But that's not my fault. That's just his making, right? You are a good parent. The fact that listen, every time someone's like, I feel like a bad parent, that just tells me that you are a fucking good parent. Do you want to know why? Because you're self-reflecting. Like, is this my fault? Like, you feel that's being a good parent. You take on your child's pain, right? I sat in a meeting today with, people, and I was talking about Caden, and I got like choked up saying how like he's kind of hard on himself, and I take that on like, oh my, like you don't want your child hurting. But this is kind of my point where these parents knew that she was in fucking harm's way and did nothing. And in my opinion, they would take your money to shut the fuck up. Check their Venmos, check their Cash App. I'm just saying. I am a speculator. If you don't like that, this probably isn't the channel for you. I speculate because I'm not fucking brand new, right? Prove me wrong. I will change my opinion and make a public apology if it comes out that they were different. Do you know what I'm saying? I need proof that they weren't the fucking the problem. Tracy, I love watching you and your wife. You guys are like the fucking cutest. You are. I love it. I love. I just like, I'm very cautious with men because of my son. Because whoever I choose is going to affect him. And, you know, oh, Jen, no way. It's like saying it would be your fault. Right. Exactly. Honey, Colleen fucking nailed it. And the fact that you even care and you think that, like, that tells me that you are an excellent, caring, empathetic person. That's what that tells me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, don't ever think that you're a bad parent. The fact, honey, you're a good person. Exactly. It does affect the child, good or bad. My wife didn't meet my son for about a year. Then, oh, I love that. Oh, Mrs. Making. I love that. Like, that's like goals. You know what I mean? Like, me and my son have the same last name. Okay. If I got married, unless his last name changed to my husband, not changing my last name. Nope. Me and him, a fucking white on rice. I'm not changing my. Him and I will always have the same last name. I don't ever want him to feel different. I'm his mother. So unless the person I end up with adopts him, me and him are going to remain with the same last name. Like I'm firm with that. Fucking firm. Like unless he has your last name, I'm staying what I currently am. It's just, I've said that since like day one. 100% have to watch who, yeah, definitely 100%. And like, you know, I just feel too that, you know, there's people that do like making. Patrick, like you found somebody to come in and love and nurture and care, but that's not the norm. I've dated people who wanted me, but would like ignore, like, I don't know. And like, I don't date people. Like if you're like, oh, I don't have a relationship with my kid, like, well, then you're not going to have one with mine. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it is. And yeah, package deal. Exactly. It's a package deal. And like, you know, I like that, but that's why I keep like my dating life away from him. And I don't do it very often. You know what I mean? I just don't. And so, and it's not because I don't want to, you know, it's like he comes first. I care about his upbringing. I care about his emotional status. I care about someone coming into our life and not treating him the way that he deserved to be treated. And that is a huge fear of mine. Like Jen, like me, the fact that like if I ever brought someone in and they're a piece of shit to him, like that's my fault. And that's something I would have to take on. And I'm not willing yet. Because I haven't met a guy worth him coming into my life permanently. But yeah, like that just tells me that you're a great mom, Jen. And making, like Patrick, you know how I think about you. You're just a good man. Like, I really fun. Yeah. Yeah. Me and Caden are like two peas in a pod. Okay. This boy is just like so extroverted, makes friends. We laugh. He's funny. He's just like a bundle of joy. And like, I would never want to bring someone into our life or whatever, anyone, family. Like if you're a piece of shit to my kid, get away from me. I don't need to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter who it is. It could be a relationship or it could be whatever, you know, it doesn't matter. All right, let's keep going. I could talk forever. You guys, I'm a talker. All right, let's keep going.
That didn't happen.
Well, we've just put she was a runaway, but was she really missing? I mean, I've lost count now of the sightings and the moments where she was together with family members. I'm going to combine these two questions for time here.
Sure.
You have heard that the family told people after Celeste went missing
Listen
not
to this.
to look for her, and we've noticed that the that Vegas photo was deleted from the aunt's Instagram. What do you make of that?
And that's Esmeralda's mom. And yes, I was told by a source very close that on the last time she went missing, the family members were saying, you know, don't look for her. She's staying with other family members near LA. And all of a sudden we see a lot of interaction with Esmeralda and Esmeralda's mom. So it's, you know, these are all dots we're collecting, and, you know, and then we'll connect them.
Which makes me wonder, what were they saying if they meant members that thing with
I don't know why it's doing that.
Remind everybody that she was 14 when she went into that trunk and 15 when her rotting body was taken out of that trunk. So here we are, still waiting for the arrest of whoever left Celeste in that harrowing state in David's trunk. Still waiting to hear what police think of the singer dating a runaway as young as 13 when he was clearly an adult. And we're still waiting to see if the toxicology reports have come back yet. And if they have, when will they be made public? Or will they be made public at all? We'll be following every update in this case to find out the truth of what happened to Celeste Rivas Hernandez.
All right, guys. Hold on here. Where am I? Where am I? Here I am. Hola. So that's one update. I have one more that is kind of mind-blowing. Do you ever feel like Massachusetts is fucked up, right? Massachusetts is fucked up. I live in Norfolk County. Tracy, do you live in Norfolk or Bristol? I can't remember. Massachusetts is fucked up, okay? But like LA and New York, holy shit. You do, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Mom doesn't know where she is, will contact. Yeah, right. Exactly. They all knew. The aunt knew. Listen, if you have family deleting pictures of evidence of like her being around, I side-eye that. That's bad behavior. Bro, if my nephew or like anyone, my kid, if anyone went missing, I'd be banging on people's doors. Banging. Banging. I like fucking say less. I'd be finding my family, not deleting pictures so I don't get in trouble. Who are these people? Who raised these people? Who raised them? I can't. All right, kids, we got one more. This is Nancy Grace. I put the links to these in the description of, yeah, I live really, if you're near Severian, Patrick, I live like 20 minutes from there. We got another one. This is Steve Fisher on Nancy Grace, I believe. And it's interesting. I'll tell you that. It is something else. Do this. No, this one. All right, let's go.
Embodying your trunk can really hurt your reputation. Did he?
No, absolutely not.
Yo, but like he had to have known. He had to have known. Arrest his ass.
Is this real? Has this enormous gift to the defense just dropped into their lap? It all goes to a myriad of pill bottles found in D4VD, aka David Anthony Burke's home. A myriad of pill bottles belonging over here to a myriad of people that were living there in and out and in. Based this mean no one will answer up for a dead teen girl
Nobody.
decomposing in a hot car trunk? Listen.
Bottles of prescription pain medication and drug paraphernalia are recovered inside the home, not by LAPD, but by Steve Fisher.
Same bitch.
The LAPD
Same.
did not publicly disclose finding prescription drugs or drug paraphernalia. Other people were staying there as well, men and women. Their personal belongings in guest bedrooms, bathroom cabinets, and bedside tables. A neighbor reported seeing Celeste
Ew,
sitting
that's
on the
gross.
curb in front of the house as if she was waiting for someone to let her inside.
What does
What's
it
wrong?
all mean? We know based on neighbor accounts and more that Celeste was living in the home of David Anthony Burke, aka D4VD. He says David, straight out to special guest Steve Fisher joining us, missing persons private investigator, rescue specialist, owner of
This is Steve Fisher again. He's on Nancy Grace. Nancy Grace, we all know how she is. Okay, top mom. She's feisty. Okay, I'd take her or leave her, but I think she does it for like comedic effect, and she does it well. People like laugh at her. But listen to this. Listen to this. He's very vague with what he says. Like if you're gonna say there's sadistic tools found in the home, I need more fucking information, sir. That could be a lot of things. I don't know. That's just me.
owner of Burke's mansion. Now, I want to get to the fact that there is no COD right now. In my experience, a toxicology report, a screening would have come back by now, which leaves me concerned, Steve Fisher, that we're not going to get an accurate toxicology report. Why? Because she basically baked and melted in that Tesla trunk. Tell me about the pill bottles, the numerous pill bottles scattering D4VD's mansion.
When they moved out of the house, they took what they took. They left the rest behind, and we found opiate prescription medications. Now, I
Okay,
can't.
as an addict, I'm just going to say this. What do you guys think? So they're saying that there was hydrocodone found prescription around the house. That is, I think, oxy mixed with Tylenol. Do you think that you can OD up? I don't know. Like I'm a recovering addict, so in my mind, I'm like, that's like half Tylenol. I guess like a little girl. But that doesn't mean anything either. He's trying to say that she wasn't murked by anybody. I don't personally. Yeah, Calypso. Exactly. Like as soon as he said hydrocodone, I was like, that's bullshit. Like unless they were like snorting OCs or something. Like I don't even know if they make those anymore. But hydrocodone. And I know she's 13, but like I don't know. Hydrocodone is Vicodin. Yes. Exactly. That's right. It's mixed with Tylenol. It's not like a real, I know it's an opiate, but it's not like oxycodone or like Dilaudid or, oh, there you go. Wait, you know better than me. My mother always just say, you should be a pharmacist. I can't. So you know all this, Jen. Do you agree that like hydrocodone isn't something like you could like have like Tylenol poisoning or something? I don't know. That's my opinion as a drug addict. Maybe Roxy is Occupant. Right. And that's the thing too. Kids don't know if these pills are pressed with fent. Do you know what I'm saying? Like my nephew is almost 16 and he goes to high school and he tells me all types of shit. And he's like, I won't do anything because I'm afraid it's going to have fentanyl in it. I never had that problem. Like I that wasn't around when we were younger. I didn't have to like, I never thought that people, I don't know. I'm whatever. Let's keep going.
Say that they weren't taking these as prescribed, but there was, several bottles of them in the house, and there's other, recreational drugs.
Okay, stop right there, Steve. Okay, you're on Crime Stories. There's no wiggle room. When you say drug paraphernalia, what do you mean? Please, be specific.
There was
I gotta hold on. Before we keep going, I'm gonna read Jen's comment. It's a pay med, depending on age, weight, height, and all it depending on how many she took. There's a possibility. Right. And if it was laced, right? Because why are people pressing fentanyl on these things? Like, that's fucking nuts to me. Is it cheap? I've been out of the game for a long time. I don't even know. But like, it just seems like she would have to take a lot, like a lot of hydrocodone to OD. We had good drugs. I mean, me and Jay were just talking about, like, I didn't want to blink. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't into, like, you know, what people are passing away from and stuff. That's fucking tragic. You know, using like paraphernalia. Were there needles? I have fucking questions. Are they shooting it? Are they snorting it? Are they? What was found? Did you find weed pipes? Because like that, you're not going to OD off weed. You might get paranoid and think that you're having a fucking anxiety attack. I don't know. Some people cannot take weed, but he's saying there's pipes. Okay, well, what was in the pipes? Was it weed? Because like, was she paranoid? Like, what happened? I have so many fucking questions. And he is money. Yeah, Jen, absolutely, honey, absolutely.
Items that can be used for like vaping, not just like tobacco, but also other, items. There was many of them, and then also, smoking pipes.
And don't worry, Steve.
Well,
I understand
like,
you're not
Listen,
saying.
I don't know about you guys, but like, I know there's all different kinds of pipes for different things. I have questions. Like, what kind of pipe, Steve? Was it weed? Was it crack? Was it what was it? She wasn't smoking hydrocodone. Fact, she was not doing that. It's even in, yeah, true, Jen. Yeah, I mean, I'm old school. I haven't done drugs in a long time. I don't know this fentanyl shit, but like, she could have been laced. Yeah, good call. I cry and bark. Oh my God. I love the smell. I love it. But like, I don't do it. You know what I mean? I vape. I mean, I shouldn't vape. I have fucking cancer. But like, everybody has their vices. For fuck's sake. Hold on.
That's what the drug paraphernalia was used for. I simply asked you, let me see what you found. I'm not 1, 2, 3. What did you find, Steve Fisher in D4VD, David Anthony Burke's rented mansion specifically?
So there was opiate prescription medication. There was a few bottles of that. And then there was paraphernalia that you can use to smoke different types of drugs.
Oh,
it's not for one type.
Oh, interesting. Oh, they could have had the one you buy at the bodega with the joy. You don't know what the fuck they were smoking. They could have been smoking fentanyl. The fuck is wrong with people? She was a baby. She was like, shame on whoever fucking gave her that. Shame on you, sir. For fuck's sake. Oh my God.
It's something you find in a smoke shop,
Okay. Opiates can mean any number of things. Dr. Kendall Crowns is joining us, Chief Medical Examiner, Tarrant County. That's Fort Worth.
Can I just say, the pain meds, I get sick. I get, like, as soon as it hits me, I'm itchy. I have like broken skin, itching so bad, and I get sick. I don't know. That it's never been for me. I've done it. I get sick and I'm fucked up, but like, oh, it's so scary.
He is an esteemed lecturer at the Burnett School of Medicine at TCU, and he's a star of the podcast Mayhem in the Morgue.
You're
Dr.
good.
Crowns,
You're good,
please.
Babe. I love when you're
simply
here.
Put, when I'm hearing opiates are found in the home, what could that consist of? What is an opiate?
An opiate is a classification of drugs that are like painkillers. It can be heroin, morphine, fentanyl, hydrocodone, oxycodone, and anything in those kind of categories. So opiates is a broad term that you can then take that generalized term and break it down into these other more specific findings like fentanyl or heroin by doing
Good to see you, Mama.
toxicologic testing.
Okay, so opiates found in the home. And when Steve Fisher goes out of his way to say that they were prescriptioned, that's good because we're going to have names on those pill bottles.
True.
Steve Fisher, without divulging
True.
names, were there names on the pill bottles of opiates?
They were, and they were hydro.
Wait, do you guys think that if there was a name, so say like her toxicology comes back, right? And it's like she had whatever in her system. Do you think that the person whose name is on the bottle should be charged? Jen, you as a pharmacy tech, I used to work for CVS Corporate back in my college days. If you can make it through CVS Corporate, you can fucking work anywhere. And we had the DEA calling like for people. No, okay, yeah. I mean, the thing is, they could have been stolen, right? Like, oh, crack is whack. I love that you're here. You're finally here and alive. I love it. Yeah, they're like, there's names on it. No name who keeps name. Wait a minute. No name who keeps name if not your. What? Yeah, stolen, right? I don't trust these kids. And kids do stupid shit. Right? But and the thing is too, even this little girl did OD. They had a human decency right to call for help. Try. Did you have Narcan? I suggest everybody you have a Narcan in their car just in case, right? Like I'm not doing mouth to mouth, but I'll Narcan someone. Plain bottles, no names. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Jen, fucking preach.
Codone. They were generic Lortab.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Loratab and Oxy. Okay. To Dr. Kendall Crowns, isn't it true that typically you can get opiates by prescription or you can just get them on the street?
Yeah, you sure can. Easy.
Yes, you can get them either way. Prescription or purchasing them off the street is a fine way of getting them. Usually prescription medications are fairly easily to get a hold of from doctors.
You guys,
and pain
hold on. I'm
management,
pausing it right here.
doctors.
Look at this little girl. Look at her. You're going to tell me that that man looked at her and was like, yep, sign me up. Look at her face. She is a child. No matter the name of the bottle, if it's in your home. Yeah. It's kind of like like a pew pew. If you're driving your car and someone has a pew pew and they put it somewhere and the cops stop you and find the pew pew, you're going to jail. Period. It's yours because it's in your property. If you're in my SUV and you drop your pew pew and the cop sees it, it's my responsibility, right? She looks like a baby. And you're going to tell me him and his friends didn't know that she was a child? Get out of my face with that. You are not going to insult my intelligence. That girl does not look anywhere near 17 to 18 years old. Definitely not 22. This happened. So she was found, honey. Actually, so the car was towed 2 months today. And then tomorrow will be 2 months that she was found. 2 months ago that she was found in the frunk of the Tesla. But she has been missing. Like there's been no sign of her, no digital footprint, no nothing since January 2nd of 2025. So between January 2nd and September 8th, no trace of her. Was she dead the whole time? Where was she? Why are there sadistic tools at the mansion that have no business being there? He's like, there's no reason why they should have this. What were they going to do? Incinerate her? But instead, because they were going on, they were seen leaving on a tour bus minutes after that Tesla was parked, where it was towed from. You're gonna tell me that all those people didn't know there was a fucking dead little girl in that trunk? Miss me. Maybe not all of them, but some of them did. Fact. People can't keep secrets. You know what I mean? Like if you tell me a secret or I tell you a secret, I guarantee you go home and tell your significant other, or you'll tell somebody. It's just human nature. I just like, I can't with this story. I can't. She looks like a baby. There's no way that she was ever gonna pass for more than what she fucking was 12. Look at that baby face. Kids. Oh, hi, Rosie. It's good to see you, honey. Yeah, Jen, I agree. 6th, 7th grade. I don't see how she, right? Yo, he was messaging her on Discord when she was 11. He was grooming her at 11 because he's a fucking predator. I don't give a shit. Like, they're like, oh, they might not have had like a sexual. It was going that way. You're gonna tell me that an 18-year-old boy is messing with a fucking 12-year-old and he don't want anything from her? Miss me with that fucking narrative. Miss me. If he has a publisher, yeah, 100%. There's if you are him and you're going on tour and you have managers and assistants and all this stuff, people know. Yeah, a crack is whack. You know, there's way more to this fucking story. And it's going to keep unfolding. It keeps unfolding. Steve Fisher knows shit, supposedly, allegedly. I want to know this stuff. And I want everybody who fucking knew that a 12-year-old girl and was giving her the fent should be in prison. Not going to change my mind. Prison justice. Oh, you're messing with little girls? See how that works out for you.
To Luke Kenton joining us, senior investigative reporter with Daily Mail. Luke Kenton, thank you for being with us. You see where I'm going with this, right, Luke? Models of opiates. And,
I agree, Jen.
From what I've seen, and it hasn't all made it into mainstream media, there were a lot of people in and out, a group living there, but a lot of people in and out of there were a lot of bottles really home. Where this we get a cause of death if she's too composed.
What am I doing? I was looking at my phone like a dickhead. Hold on. Celebrity. Yeah, they have fixers. He literally got like one of the best defense attorneys in Los Angeles. Something Burke. She's like, she's represented some really bad people. Like really bad people. Yeah. Honey, he had like a separate apartment and like kept her there. Allegedly. I don't know. I wasn't there, but I believe it. Yeah. They should be for safety. Some of us right now couldn't tell the ages of a line of people, not with all. Yeah, but like we're looking at her though. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we're looking at her and like I can tell that she's a baby. Like my nephew, I talk to him all the time. He's almost 16. His girlfriend's a little bit older. I don't know, like 16 or 17 or something. And she still looks like a fucking, like I can tell that she's like a kid. You know what I mean? And she's older than him. People, yeah, right? Seriously. What does that say? Is that Rosie? A young woman who was messed with by, right? Oh, did you guys see the interview with that old man talking about Sandra? I had to stop watching it. I wanted to jump through my fucking TV. Like you piece of trash. You a fucking trash. The way he was talking about Sandra. I hope he gets fucking prison justice too. Bring it. Fuck that dude. I don't want anybody to go hurt anyone. I don't want anyone to go, don't touch him. Don't contact, nothing. Stay away from all of that. But my opinion is he's a fucking piece of shit. All of them. Everybody who is associated with Sandra Birchmore are fucking predators. All of them. And they all deserve to be in jail. Every single motherfucking one. Ooh, look at me. I'm all fired up. My mic's going. All of them. Prison. In Walpole, go up to Shirley. Go up to Shirley Max. Is that even a Max anymore? I don't even know. Yeah, I agree. She did an interview. Oh, really? That was probably an old, yeah, it could be, but like, I don't believe it, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah. They'll find out, right? Like, I mean, they can subpoena him to give a DNA test because it wasn't Farwell's who murdered her, who strangled a little girl that he groomed and assaulted in his police car on the job. All of them. Predators. And I believe that David's a predator. And I'm going to go on a limb here. Allegedly, I don't know. I wasn't there. But I guarantee you Celeste is not his only fucking victim. Yeah. Yeah. He refused. Oh, really? Even, I mean, because he knows. I mean, everybody knows it wasn't Farwell. Who else was, you know what I'm saying? Talking about railing. You're talking about a little girl. You were disgusting. You were a disgusting piece of shit, Divine. The lady said some that she knew. Oh, really? Interesting. All right, let's keep going, guys.
Voluntarily, all on her own, just gobbled down a bunch of opiates and she died. That's how she died.
Not for nothing, Jen. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Yeah, it's gonna play out the way it's gonna play out. It doesn't matter who the father is really, because they're all accountable for their actions and what they did to her. And I'm glad they're all being fucking exposed. I'm glad that interview went live. Like, I'm all about exposure. Okay, if you're a piece of shit, everybody should know to stay the fuck away from you. You dirty piece of shit. That's how I feel. And I hope for once Massachusetts is doing the right thing right now with Sandra Birchmore, Karen Reed's free, all of these things. Like, we all came together and we were like, nope, not my fucking state. Nope, you're not doing that. Nope, this is wrong. And we all stood up and did the right thing. All of us, everybody in my chat. We said, nope, you're not going to do this. And we rallied for Sandra. We rallied for Karen Reed. And finally, some of these people are being fucking held accountable. And Proctor, that fucking piece of shit, ruined his life for what? For what? Was it worth it, Michael Proctor? Disgraced Massachusetts state trooper? Disgraced? Was it worth it? Because from where I'm sitting, you're a fucking punk. They used you. And now look at your life. Was it worth it? Divine, was it worth it? Farwell, was it worth it? You're a worthless piece of shit. And you're getting everything you deserve. Point blank. Period. Yeah. Honey, 19 cases might be affected. Are you kidding? 19 cases. Like, there are really bad people that probably went to jail that deserve to go to jail, but now they can come out because of this because of him? Michael Proctor, was it worth it? Farwell, was it worth it being arrested in front of your son by the fucking FBI? You piece of shit? Was it worth it? Like, oh my God. What does it say? I think Brian Albert did side work. Yeah. I mean, Meatball, he's a fucking slob. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Crack is whack. That's exactly what the fuck. He is a slob. And he's running to be the fucking DA again. Are you, like, the delusion that some people live in, the delusional state that people live in is unbelievable. And not for nothing, you online can be very warping, right? And like, I don't like seeing like my friends get fucking roast all over the internet. I don't like that. I don't like that shit. But you have these people, spread it, you expose all these people, make other police officers in Massachusetts scared to do this stuff. Make like they're doing, make an example out of them. Michael Proctor was worth it. Your union lawyer walked away from you and was like, I'm not doing it. Like, what? Sir, holy moly. He's not running. Stop. Honey, he's running. He thinks he can make it. The thing, he's connected. He's connected all over Massachusetts. Massachusetts has been corrupt for years. Sean Ellis, if you guys have not seen Trial 4 on Netflix, if you have like a day where you can binge watch something, please watch Trial 4, Sean Ellis. Sean Ellis is a good dude, and he helps people now. And he's well, and he's out of prison. Trial 4. Massachusetts has been this way forever. But finally, people like us were like, nope, no more. Tracy V is an OG. She's all over it, dude. She was all up in this. She was like, nope, not me. I said, nope, not me. Rosie, everybody from Massachusetts, we all got together because we weren't going to stand for this shit. And I'm glad it's being exposed. You have to expose these people to make other people afraid to fucking do it. Stop being a predator. Stop ruining people's lives. It's all in who you know, right? And they use Proctor. And look what happened. He's a fucking punk. Who thinks he's going to be divorced in the next year? I do. I think so. Proctor, yeah, he's at McLean's, right? I heard that he flew the cuckoo's nest and he's in a locked unit. I heard that. I mean, I'm surprised it took this long. Yeah, Massachusetts. Absolutely. Listen, this is the thing. I am so proud. Okay. I even have a fucking entering Hyde Park sign. I am so proud of where I'm from. I'm so proud. I'm a Hyde Park girl. Okay. And I'm so proud of being from here. And at the same time, so disgraceful how the politics and law enforcement, all the corruption is why, and this is not new for Massachusetts people. This has been happening for fucking decades. People just started finally showing up. They're being like, not today, motherfucker. Nope. It's amazing how karma, Proctor's getting all that karma. All of it. People get that karma. And you know too, we're just sitting here with popcorn watching it. They deserve this. Farwell deserves this. What he did to Sandra Birchmore, what the fuck did Sandra Birchmore do to you? But try to love you and try to make you love her because she was so lonely and damaged. She had nobody. And you used her. And you murdered her. So yeah, I'm so glad I'm north of you. Welcome. Where are you, Colleen? Where are you? I'm not in Boston anymore. I'm from there. I lived there for 30 years, but I live in the sticks. Not the sticks. I live in the suburbs. And my kid, I just didn't want to raise him in the city. Karma is real, people. Aggie knows. Listen, Aggie has been through it online. Okay, I've known Aggie for a very long time on the YouTubes. She's been through it. She has been through it on here, and people are receiving karma because it always happens. It will always come back to you 100% of the time. You just got to watch. Yeah, he's in Belmont. I think that's McLean. A woman came forward the other night. What do you mean? For what? What did she come forward with? Inquiring minds want to know, Patrick.
That's where this is going, Kenton.
the complicated nature of this investigation as it stands. When this story first broke, you saw young girl found in singer's car. You thought, okay, slam dunk arrest, but much more information that we don't currently have. And chief among that is a concrete timeline. We don't even know really when Celeste was last seen alive. We don't know how long she was dead for, and as you say, we don't know how she died. And it's
but can we just agree? Oh my God, Heather! Oh, you're here! Oh, I'm so happy you're here. We missed you, Mama. Oh, okay. I love New Hampshire. I spend a lot of time in New Hampshire in the summer. My sister has a place all the way up, and then we have a cottage on a lake in New Hampshire. I love New Hampshire. I'm a huge fan. Holy hell, I popped in. Oh, Heather. Yep. And some people own it. Yeah. Victim. Listen, if you are a fucking perpetual victim and you just want people to feel bad for you, you are not my people. I'm almost an overshare. I think it's because of AA. People overshare in AA, and it's I just try to be real, right? You just want to be real. There are other people out there that are fucking poor me. Don't you see how sad I am? Feel bad for me. Fucking get out of my face. I can't do that. I can't. I cannot do that. What does that say about the Canton? Oh, really? Oh, I was wondering if that was going to happen after I saw the Canton or Stoughton police chief, that lady. I was wondering if more people were going to come out, because apparently people were interviewed and no one else said anything, was sister from another mister. Oh my God, Heather, just please, I'm here Sunday mornings at 10 and randomly, I'm so happy you're here. I've missed you, girl. I missed you. Any truth to rumors at Proctor's? Yeah, I think that there is. I think that he's in the locked unit. Yeah, he's in the locked unit. I'm surprised it took this long. He's been fucking raked for years, and it just now. Wonder why.
If we're even going to get any clarity on that.
Do you have any idea, Luke Kenton, who the people were going in and out? It was like Grand Central Station at Burke's mansion. And who were the core people actually living there? Any idea on that? Have they been identified and that has just not been released?
They haven't been publicly named. There has been, obviously, as I'm sure you're aware, a lot of online sleuthing going on around this case and trying to piece together the blanks that the LAPD aren't currently in for us publicly. Some of these individuals may not have been living at the home, but there was a group that David was often seen with on social media. One close friend in particular that appeared to be involved in his music team in some capacity.
Okay, so basically what you're telling me, there's a lot of people in and out and nobody can confirm it. Okay, Luke Kenton, I understand where you're coming from, but Steve Fisher, if a cop got up on the stand and tried to sell me that bill of goods, okay, I would have him held in contempt of court, because you have painstakingly gone up and down the surrounding David Burke's home, and you ring doorbell cam, security cam, you name it cam. And you can see it going in and out the home. And forget getting it up and down the street. That mansion, let's see that shot control room that we got from our friend Harvey Levin over at TMZ. The mansion is covered in security cams.
Right.
So we know who goes in.
It was covered in security cams, but they had access to the cameras, and apparently they were shut off. And there was that's what was originally stated. I don't know that for a fact. I wasn't there. This is all alleged, my opinion, my commentary. This is what I believe about this case. I am willing to change my mind if more information comes forward, but this is looking real bad for fucking everybody. And I hope everybody gets lit up and brought to court and put in prison. Prison. Put them under. Oh, Heather, we love you so much. I love you. I've missed you. I'm wondering where you and Colleen are. My girls. Oh, you do? I'll have to come back. Honey, I'm subscribed to you. I'll have to put on my alerts. All right, guys, let's get through this. We've been live for 2
Stays
hours
overnight
having fun.
on a daily basis. It's not rocket science, Fisher, to figure out who's living there. All you have to do is ping their phone and see, is it there night after night after night? I mean, do I have to connect the dots here?
Zero fucks.
No, it's like you said, it's not hard to do. In fact, they put it on their own social media. There's constantly, photos in the house. There's a group of 4 or 5 of them that are always there, and they're kind of David's, groupies or whatever. They work with them, but they're always around. And like you said, there's surveillance. And in fact, I'm having a meeting this afternoon
Not here,
with
girls,
another
the Bad
homeowner
Kids
that's
Club.
back in town, and hopefully getting important surveillance from very close to the house that might shed more light on that. And I'll tell you, one of the people actually left their car there for 2 months while this was all going on. So these are people that were definitely using the house kind of as a home base, at least.
Can you imagine?
You know what, Fisher? Let's just cut it. Let's just cut through it. All I need is one witness.
Right.
One witness.
It's Good
to
point.
crack. One
Yeah.
of Burke's inside to tell the truth about the night Celeste died. Otherwise, no is going to be responsible. It's the way it's heading right now. Things could change. When you say a core group, what
She's
does
so
that
pretty.
mean? Are you referring to the 2 to 4 people we think live there with Burke?
Yeah, or at least we're staying there often. They might have had their own residences too, but they
So I feel like the narrative of this bullshit is they're trying to say that I feel like they're trying to be like, I think it was like if she was doing drugs, how is it somebody else? Was someone doing a favor for David? Like, there's no way in fucking hell that he did not know this girl died. He might not have put her in the car and moved it. Maybe he did. I don't know. Steve Fisher knows. But if she was that badly decomposed, how can you even tell if she had like a stab wound or a pew wound, or if you were that badly decomposed, how could you even tell? It's almost like the perfect murder. And the fact that no one even is a suspect, and they're trying to backtrack and be like, hey, it might not be David. It could be one of his friends giving her stuff, blah, 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 blah. I'm not buying it. I don't buy it. I'm not buying what they're selling.
They had belongings there. The nightstands were being used and whatnot, and there was a couple mail.
Hold it. Stop everything. I like that. Hold on. You're right. You're right, Fisher. You can have your own, under the law we call it domicile, your own residence. But you basically shall live somewhere else.
Right.
That's what I'm getting at. Yes, now I understand Luke Kenton's hesitance, because you don't have to formally live there to be living there. That doesn't have to be where you get your mail.
My love.
Or put tax forms if you file forms. But if you even conveniently living there, that's who I'm talking about. Back to Steve Fisher. Steve, I want to get to the nightstand. I hate to rush you, but I've got X number of minutes to get this information out. Nightstands, all right? Very important. Did you find paraphernalia, drug paraphernalia, pill bottles, any evidence of someone sleeping in the home in the nightstands? Because, when you go to a hotel, you go there one night, does everybody actually unpack their bags and all their stuff and put it in the nightstand?
Heather, we're the Bad Kids Club. Everything goes here. We talk shit. I speculate and I judge. Thanks, guys. I know. I was like, you want to yell on their mic. All right. Yeah, let's keep going. I have to go soon, but he's being very patient.
Is there evidence someone has been there more than one night. Why do I care? I care because I'm going to find out who owned opiates that could kill a little girl. That's who I'm talking about, Steve Fisher. And once I can identify these people that were living there, whether officially or unofficially, then I have a witness list. See where I'm going, Steve?
Yep, I do. Yes, they were. So
I gotta
yes,
get that witness.
My thing is with Steve Fisher, like if you're going to come on Nancy Grace, right, and you have all this information and you're being so vague, it's almost making the speculation worse, right? Because like I speculate, you don't give me fucking information, I'm gonna assess the situation and come up with my own thing. I just am. Okay. They are there. He comes on here and he's like, oh, there's pill bottles, there's paraphernalia, there's this and that. But if you really listen, he's saying a lot without saying anything. Does that make sense? I don't know. That's how I feel. That's how I feel, kids. I don't know.
The nightstands were being used. There's no doubt. And you can tell that, you know, they're, you know, in the master bedroom, there was female products, and the bathroom was
don't let her
filled
eat that, babe.
with
Okay?
things where it wasn't just an overnight type of thing. It was like a living situation. And they also had, you know, like gaming stations set up and whatnot in the rooms.
He's a gamer.
Okay, gaming stations don't mean anything to me because D4VD could be using those gaming stations. He's online playing games constantly, so he could just wander from room to room. I need evidence that other people were living there because I want to try to connect them to these pill bottles, if that is in fact the COD on Celeste. Wait a minute. Again, that's not going to convince a jury, Steve Fisher. Hate to put you on the hot spot, but when you say female products, what are you talking about? Are you afraid to say tampon on the air?
I was going to say,
of the population? We're women. We know what they are. No. Don't be afraid, little boy. What were the female products that, and how much were there?
Nancy is an honorary bad kid club. She just said, "Don't be afraid, little boy." I fucking can't. Dude, she makes me laugh. I know she does it for comedic effect, but like she makes me laugh.
To indicate somebody was actually living there. This is important.
There was feminine hygiene products for sure, but there's also makeup, and you know, makeup bags and you know, hair product that is female based. But there was feminine hygiene products for sure, and there was I think like 6 or 7 separate, you know, containers of them. So it wasn't just like an overnight type of thing. It was there was,
because Steve, the reason I'm parsing products here is because it could be argued that D4VD, David Anthony Burke, uses makeup in his videos. So I need something. I know he's not going to use like a big box of 40 to 60 tampons. That's what I'm talking about. And I don't care if the owner of these pill bottles was a woman, a man. I don't care. I just need to get names, which you can get off pill bottles. Okay. I want to talk about the potential COD and what is the holdup. Joining me is Joanna Nieves. She is a veteran criminal defense attorney, founder of the Nieves Law Firm, and she's joining us out of California. Joanna, thank you for being with us. This is, it's like somewhere up in the atmosphere, the lack of a COD, cause of death, just fell in the defense lap.
Is that fluffy?
Now,
hold on, kids. Hold on.
A convincing avenue of defense. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's false. But when you have a young girl dead in the trunk and dismembered, that's not accidental.
Okay, so like
we
Nancy,
don't have a COD.
I'm stopping this. So like Nancy keeps saying she was dismembered. Okay, but like that hasn't been confirmed. They said that she was like literally decomposing where her limbs were like becoming unattached. So was she dismembered or was she just so far gone? Do you know what I mean? It's never been confirmed that she was actually dismembered. But with Steve Fisher saying there was sadistic tools, what the fuck is this? Can anyone, what's a sadistic tool? Someone said pitchfork earlier. I mean, yeah. Someone said human sacrifice. What the fuck is happening? What is going on? What is, like, what?
We have all these pill bottles lying around. I can see where the defense is headed.
Kaden.
What would you do with that, Joanna?
Kaden.
I would say the same thing I've been saying the entire time, is that we need evidence and an actual crime of murder was committed.
Do you want pasta?
And the cause of death is what would help us establish that. Because, you know, what we're dealing with is so many scenarios that could have happened. And I actually have said this for months now or weeks now, that this could have been an accidental overdose. It could have been somebody that found the body or gotten.
Listen, okay, fine. If it was an accidental overdose, that's one thing. But, like, how does she end up in the trunk decomposing? Like, that has to be a crime. You know what I'm saying? How is that not a crime? Facilitating a little girl? What? Ma'am. I know it's her job, but, like, come on.
Nervous and panicked about what happened and made the bad judgment call of concealing the body, but not necessarily committing a murder. So I think that what we're hearing is that there are still things that are coming to the surface that would actually help the defense.
Do not.
Maybe even a crime that never even occurred.
Okay, so I'm taking that roundabout discourse to mean that you, if you were case, would argue that obviously Celeste must have died by accident of an overdose, unless somebody's going to claim she committed suicide, which is highly unlikely.
The whole accidental overdose and in the trunk. Something nefarious happened. I feel it in my gut.
Instead of calling 911 or trying to revive her, they went, hey, it'd be a great idea to chop up her body and put her in a trunk. Is that your defense?
Calypso, exactly.
It's a simple yes.
I definitely think that's possible.
Okay. Dr. Bethany Marshall is joining us, renowned psychoanalyst out of the LA jurisdiction, author of Deal Breaker. You can see her now on Peacock. Dr. Beth business me in a bad way of top mom Casey Anthony, who actually told a jury, and it worked, by the way, that the little girl Kelly drowned by accident, and instead of calling 911, everybody thought it was a good idea to wrap her up in a blanket, put her in a trash bag, and throw her in a swamp. But see, I've got a problem with that, but that's generally the same thing that's going to be argued here.
If you dismember a body,
sorry,
the pinching when
you just don't. I mean, that's overkill. Something else bad happened in that house, and I've been playing in my mind with what could that bad thing have been? Was there a domestic violence incident and somebody was choking her? Is there evidence on the body? Was she gang raped? Is there semen on the body? Was she offered drugs like fentanyl or something like that? Or
I didn't even think of any of that. That's nefarious, right? Yeah, Calypso, same. I'm not parent. Caden, like, he's driving me up the wall right now. I think he's had enough of me being on here. We're gonna finish this up.
Were prescribed for somebody else. I do not believe somebody just went and murdered her for murder's sake. You do not dismember a body just because they overdosed. You call
it wasn't confirmed that she was dismembered. All right, guys. So that was it. I might finish this tomorrow. Kung Fu Panda has had enough of me being on here. He's been hanging out with Nana and he wants dinner and stuff. So I'm going to go at 7:15. Thank you for hanging out with me for 2 hours and going over the D4VD case. I hope there is an arrest soon. There is more to the story. So if I can, I will come back on tomorrow. Please have your bell on. I don't know. Like, it never works. Like Tracy was just saying, like, you don't get the bells. Just try. And whatever. I'm other than Sunday. Oh, and that's something too. So I really liked our spooky theme Sundays. So we are going to go back to a spooky theme. And we are going to do the Bell Witch Cave in Tennessee. And we're going to do it 10 a.m. on Sunday. I hope all of you guys are here. And we'll have fun and do like the spooky theme again, because I think that was really fun on Sundays. Yeah, Candy, thank you for hanging out with us. Night, everybody. Yes, put your bells on. I will be here Sunday at 10 a.m. for sure for the Bell Witch Cave. And tomorrow I might come back on and finish David, and I want to do Melody. I heard that her mother has been arrested for her being missing today. I've been following that case. I really want to get into Charlie Kirk because I am so fascinated by it, but it's really kind of a touchy subject with him. So I don't know, but I'm following that like a motherfucker too. Yeah, thanks for being here, Tracy. All right, guys, I'm going to go. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you on the next one.